Okay, fuck, awesome, man. Here we are up in the studio, 48th floor, beautiful day out. I'm with my main man, Roberto Dirto.
Don't drink in prime.
Yeah. Okay, man. So, fuck, we put up a clip on bullying, Robbie.
Yeah, we did.
And my phone's been kind of getting blown up here. Thank God, fucking like 95% of it is like, some people saying that they had a tough time in high school, but I fucking, stuck up for them and protected them and made it easier for them. But I'm not going to lie. I had one or two that actually called and one girl messaged me and said, I fucking hated you in high school. And I up until this day, I hated you. And I was like, oh, fuck, man. I felt terrible. And I was trying to remember, like, fuck, what did I know there was, all I could say was like, oh, fuck, like, I'm terribly sorry that you had that experience with me. I know most people that have ever come across or we've crossed paths or had like interactions, like they were always positive.
Yep.
Right. So, I just apologize since I was like, I'm sincerely sorry for, for what I did. Right.
Are you going to tell us what you did or not?
Yeah. I remember it now. Like I was dared to fucking go up to some broad and just tell her fucking that she, or some girl that, she wasn't even ugly. I just went up to her and I said, you're fucking so ugly. And she held, you know what I mean? Like, I understand it, right? Like, it was so hurtful and it was fucking stupid, right? And like just a stupid fucking thing to do.
But you do remember saying that?
I do now. I didn't at first. I do now. Like I played it over in my head. Like how, like, why would I fucking do something like that? And yeah. So
this was just brought to your attention recently since we put out that little quick podcast about bullying?
Yeah, no, it was a little bit before. It was before, but I had a different one. A guy basically mentioned me in with Paul Graham and Jason Ashby, and I just said, like fucking, a lot of people had it bad in fucking high school. Like, you know what I mean? It was bad for a lot of fucking people. And,
yeah.
And I just said, reach out to Paul. Like I know Paul. And, like if you reach out to him, I know he's not that person now. Right. But like there were times like, fuck, like we got it bad too from fucking Paul and those guys.
I know. And that, you see, like that's the thing. We're all grown adults now, families, mortgages, if you have a mortgage or, bills, we're all adulting now. Right.
Yeah.
So like by all means, I think that if you want to confront your bully for something that happened when you're in high school or elementary school,
you have that right.
You there's social media now. You don't have to come face to face, but you definitely could send him a message. And I bet you 9 times out of that 10, that person is not the same person that they were back then, bullying people into their adult years.
Yeah.
And if they are, they're real fucked up.
Yeah. And you know what I mean? And it takes a lot to like, just to like I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Like I fucking my fucking stomach dropped. Like I felt like fuck. I felt terrible for like fucking a week. Like I was like how because I was thinking like how could it something I did affected somebody that fucking badly for that long, right? You know what I mean? So it's just not it's not the way I've always, it's never been the way I wanted to be remembered. Right. But I guess like there's so many instances where people do stupid fucking shit when they're young and, but the main thing is I owned it. Like, I really apologized and,
Okay. But because you're the guy that receives the brunt end of the comments and all that other shit. So we had the Paul Graham one, we had this person that you went up to and said this person was ugly. And was there any other ones? Like,
yeah, they were all positive. Like I had like some young cats. They were like, I don't think I would have got through high school if you didn't help me out. Like, the guy was like 70 pounds. He was a small guy. Right.
Yeah.
And I also had actually Mike Christensen brought something up. He's like, hey man, I don't know if you'll remember this, but I was I was like near your locker, and my locker partner was some chick that was underneath him, right? And I guess something had happened, and she was like, fucking, I'm gonna get my fucking boyfriend to fucking, kick your ass or whatever. So this fucking big beast comes fucking up, and he's like fucking laying into fucking Mike Christensen. And I just looked at him and go, who in the fuck is this guy? I'll try this motherfucker if he wants to fuck around. And the guy like totally, his chest wasn't puffed out anymore. He fucking like, shrunk up. And then it was funny because I actually do remember that. And I remember him going, because that girl hated me after that, right? I remember him going with and getting a couple of his buddies to come back one time with a couple pit bulls. Like, these guys were like 28. We're fucking 17.
And he's dating a 17-year-old?
Yeah.
Fuck, we should fucking put him in the
and that's what I said.
Podcast.
I said I could fucking knock all you guys out. So, but I guess that wasn't too nice. But it was good for me to hear that, like, fuck, because I don't want to be that guy, man. Like, I had it so bad. Okay, here's the thing. So if you were out there doing that stupid shit and someone confronts you and stuff, just man up and apologize and like be sincere, right? Like, I wouldn't have got closure on Jason Davis because he fucking terrorized us. I remember him drowning me in a swimming pool, and I would pop up crying, thinking I was going to fucking die. And it was constant, right? So I wouldn't have got closure if I didn't throw a sigh at his head in grade 6 and watch a stick go fucking up his ass. That broomstick, right? Like, that was my closure on that. After that, I was like, you know what? There's nothing I could ever do to this guy that's going to be worse than that.
Yeah. Like, I totally hear you. Like, bullying's a serious thing, and it's not like it is now, but here's the one thing is like you remember all the Tim Hoes and the really smart kids at school, the Charles Richters and all them. They were just as much as bullies as we were. Oh yeah, fucking like when you answer a question wrong in class, they'd all sit there and giggle. That is fucking bullying. Why? Yeah. Why the fuck are you laughing at this? Because I got the question wrong, or is because I'm fucking stupid? Yeah,
no, it's because fucking 3.
Right? And so 3
plus 3, you should have been able to get that.
It's 8. I know it's 8. Man, why do you always question me? No, but anyways, like,
well, there's
smart
many
people,
forms.
Yes, bullying comes in all shapes and sizes, and many forms, and
for sure.
All this other shit, and
they weren't getting pounded on the
playground. I know,
playground.
like fucking physical bullying and mental bullying are the same fucking thing. You want to call us? It's the same thing, right? Except for one of black eye heels.
Yeah, it's harmful.
But it is. All bullying's hurtful. Yeah. So, but nowadays we have this tier system that they have to do because we got to, like, my kid goes to, like,
Is your kid the bully or what?
No, my kid has been called fat and
oh no.
all this other stuff, and then like you tell who are those, like, fucking playground monitors?
Yeah,
so you're supposed to tell those people, and then those people are supposed to, like, put an end to it or whatever. And if that doesn't work, then you're supposed to tell your teacher, and if that doesn't work, you tell your principal. If that doesn't work, then you go superintendent, right?
Yeah.
So he got like he's been called, like, fat and whatever, and by this one kid, and I just. After a while, like, it got really bad there, and then there was some counselors involved.
Yeah. And
so I was like, well, how long has this been going on for? Because it's not like somebody comes, oh, hey, Dad, I just got called fucking fat today, and all chipper and shit, like, you can tell when he's had a bad day and he wants to talk about it, he talks about it. If he doesn't, he doesn't.
Yeah.
Then you try again, right? And he said the kid calls him fat quite often. Right. And I was like, well, your dad was called fat too,
by your best friend, Marco.
No, not just by you, by everybody. And then he asked me what I did, and I'll never, and I can catch backlash for this, but if you want to, like, give me shit for this, you can go fuck yourself. I told him straight up, hit him right in the fucking throat. You either hit him in the throat, or I'll take my dad's advice and hit him right in the fucking forehead with your fist.
Wow.
I was like, you want to know something? I was like, at one point you're gonna
Yeah,
have to defend yourself,
make a stand,
or else you're just gonna be that pouty kid or that crying kid, fat kid in the corner. I was like, and you want to know something? As long as you do it, defending yourself, you will never be in trouble by me. Ever in a million years will I give you shit. If you just go around punching the shit out of people,
Yeah.
then you're gonna be in trouble, right?
Yeah.
If you go around bullying people, I'm gonna take away all your stuff and I'm gonna go give it to the kid that you just bullied.
Yeah.
He's like, well, I don't want to do that. I was like, well, defend yourself. Defend yourself. But I was like, mostly, don't. And I tried to like instill this in him. I was like, defend yourself with words.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, what do you mean? I was like, well, like sticks and stones may break my bones, but names will never hurt me. Like that type of shit.
But
right?
names do hurt.
But names do hurt. So what I told him to do, I was like, son, you were given this gift that dad gave you a long time ago, and it's the gift of like you have the vocabulary of a fucking trucker, a welder, and any construction worker out there. I was like, it will come to you at one point where you'll just be like, listen here, you motherfucker. I will sit there and I'll stick my boot so far up your fucking ass, it will come out your fucking mouth. Now you can go home and tell your mom that, and then your mom can take my boot and I'll shove it right up her fucking ass and it'll come out her fucking mouth. And then you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna fucking shine my boots with your daddy's fucking face. I was like, that's the shit.
But did you tell him this?
No, I did not tell him that. I wanted to. No. What? That was just a rant. What I told him is that I was like, it's better to use your words. It's better to use your words than violence.
Yeah, for sure.
Right, but I was like, but I told him at some point you are going to have to defend yourself. You're going to have to stick up for yourself.
Yeah, no, I think fuck.
That was a rant. Probably have to cut some of that shit out of there. I think, man. I don't know.
No, that was good.
But it's hard when your kid comes home.
Oh, absolutely.
And they're being bullied or crying or whatever. Or
you want to go beat the shit out of the fucking guy's parents.
Well, yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, for sure you do. But obviously,
and some people do.
Some people do. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but it's a serious thing now because kids are killing themselves over it.
Yeah.
And or killing other people.
Yeah.
And I like Pink Shirt Day is a great start, but I mean, fuck, there's no like nobody's getting kicked out of fucking school. That's
the problem.
Nobody's having fucking detentions after school or there's no consequences at school.
Yeah.
For these kids and their actions. You go and tell their parents. Half the parents don't even give a shit what these kids are doing, what their kids are doing. And that's the truth, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
My dad never gave a shit, man.
Yeah.
I left school in the morning, came home, whenever.
Yeah, no. This one fucking opens up a fucking can of worms, right? Like, there's so many people that like I'm gonna say like fucking 80% of people had a terrible fucking experience in fucking high school, like just with bullying, like through the years,
like our years or just within the last 10.
No, I'm gonna say back then was even fucking worse. I would say back then was worse, right? Because now they kind of know, that this isn't acceptable. But think of some of the bullies that fucking we grew up with when we were younger. Like they did whatever the fuck they want. They never got pulled into an office.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? Like it was just like, oh, suck it up, kind of, go deal with it, right?
Yeah.
I remember some guys fucking going to like just the school dances in grade 8 and watching guys fucking toss other guys in fucking garbage cans. And these guys are like grade 11 and they're getting tossed in a fucking garbage can, nicely dressed and, just trying to have a good time. So like, yeah, I'm glad we're doing it though, we're talking about it because we're kind of opening up a dialogue and like, definitely message us, get on our platforms or whatever, message us, like apologize if you were the guys running around being dickheads. Fuck, just man up, apologize, because it goes a long way. Like it helps the people too, right? Like, they finally know, like, And to anybody that was getting bullied, man, like, it was not your fucking fault, man. Like, that was complete bullshit. Like, none of that should have fucking happened.
It's true. And then there's like the whole cyberbullying thing.
Yeah.
Right. Now, if people can agree with me or they can't or want to disagree with me, that's up to them. But like, there's a reason why. What's Facebook? 16 years old? Then you're allowed to have a Facebook account. Do you guys know?
Oh, how old you have to be?
Yeah. Is it 16?
Oh, fuck. I don't even know that.
No one knows? Maybe it is
14, maybe?
No, I don't know, man. I think at 16. I'm pretty sure. If it's not, it should be 16.
Okay.
And you should not be able to have an account on Facebook or any social media until you are 16 years old, until you're legally old enough to operate a motor vehicle. And the reason why I say that is because
Well, you think people will be nicer when they're 16?
no, not when they're nicer, but you'll be able to handle things a little more on a mature level. Right. But I mean, imagine being 14. Imagine being a girl who made out with some boy and whatever. And then it's, going around your middle school that you're a fucking slut on social media. What kind of shit is that?
Yeah.
Right. But at 16, you're old enough to make that decision whether you want to kiss. You're also old enough to say, that didn't fucking happen. What, do you think I'd be there with baby dick?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you could, I just like, kids have it really rough nowadays.
Well,
all we had to worry about was a fucking predator in a van, and now these kids got to fucking worry about like everything: bullying, cyberbullying, and everything. Like, it's
there's a lot more access to get a hold of your kid. Like, there's more tools, right?
Yeah, and I mean,
platforms, tools.
like
phones.
it spreads like wildfire through there too. Like,
Yeah.
if your child.
I couldn't imagine fucking, I couldn't imagine something going viral that say you're getting bullied or you got beat up and this thing goes viral and millions of people are like, what the fuck? Look at this dickhead get his, or whatever, right? Yeah, fuck. That would be tough.
Yeah, it would be.
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know, just GP, Guilford Park, fucking, if tell your stories, if make contact, reach out to fucking some people if you want, just I think I'm opening up a can of worms, but maybe it's a good thing, just get this dialogue going and maybe these guys will apologize, right?